Hello, dear sacred community. So I am in ceremony today and I have been receiving quite a bit about the nature of the heart chakra, and some of the things that have been put upon the heart chakra of most humans, which is like a mesh or an enclosure. I could see it as a jog of life, kind of thing. But it's some kind of box or mesh that gets put around the heart, and it weaves with each hurt or disappointment or trauma. It weaves more and more and more. And so what we're doing is we're all like opening these jaws of life, or being the really dissolving for ourselves these meshes that are like really thick kinds of plastic weavings. And so we're just dissolving all those. And you can think about dissolving that from your heart chakra. You can do that visualization. That would be really good for you. It's literally like a box. And so once you have that box open, then you open your heart chakra to larger than your body, like far larger than your body. It engulfs your body. And then it is that tube torus. You are radiating out, up and around and out and down. You're radiating this divine love, this divine source energy from your heart chakra. And you are radiating it into this tube torus field, which is the love of you that you've expanded outside of your physical body. It's your love body. Your light body is your love body, all right? News headline that most of you already knew, but it's just good to be re-shown these things every once in a while. And what I'm seeing is that more and more people are opening their eyes. They're opening their seeing, opening to multidimensional seeing and knowing. It literally is a third eye that's connected to your two eyes, but in the center of your forehead, and it gives you the sight into the other dimensions, in addition to third. So we're doing, you can also see any constriction around your third eye, any exoskeleton just dissolving or breaking up and going into the sun. However you want to see it, I think dissolving, and unhooking that last little bit and seeing that go up into the sun so that we can open our seeing and our knowing, our multidimensional knowing. So this is a process that's happening as we're able to see. We're able to see more of, the troubling and the light, the dark and the light, and come to some kind of neutrality about it all, because awakening means seeing the darkness, the underworld, the hell realms, as well as the heavenly realms. You don't just get to see heaven without seeing hell. And all the mystics knew that, and really the archangels know that, because they've got to put in each realm. They're just a little bit more in the light. But that's how they derive so much of their power, is that they're partly in that world, or they're partly of that world, or know that world, really as we all are. That's the realization that we're all coming to. We are all intimately interwoven with that negative world, the negative races even. And so as we're seeing more of this, as we're going through our healing, we're releasing all of these strictures and structures and exoskeletons that we don't need. We're opening up more and more our hearts, our seeing, our womb power, etc. All of our chakras, which of course goes up to infinity. And that's where you connect with God. Actually, you connect with God through your heart, because your heart is the infinity chakra. And the heart is the infinity chakra of all of the particles and aspects of your soul coming together in one 0 point. That is your heart. And that carries your personality structure and it brings it forth. So we're now awakening in droves, more than can be held back. And we're just as though all those people in the Matrix woke up and came out of their pods by themselves, just for like, get fed, da, 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 da. Nope, don't want that. So we're awakening from our pods, awakening from our Matrix pods, and coming into coming out of the strict third dimension, moving into fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and beyond, so that we have our understandings and we can work with even physical matter from fifth and sixth and seventh dimensional perspectives. And then you've really got something. That is wizardry. And kind of nuclear bombs and things like that are like the lower fourth dimensional version of working with matter. So we want to work with matter in positive ways.